If the whole truth be told, I also wanted to be on my own for a while. My curiosity was getting the better of me. I wanted to taste the Rioja grape fresh off the vine. I couldn't have witnesses to my act of petty pilfering, not that anyone would notice the loss of the few I'd eat. Bending down to take a photo of a particularly tempting bunch, I slyly twisted off its neighbour and sat under a cypress tree to devour the evidence of my delinquency. Despite being covered in dust, those sexy purple globes were the sweetest, tastiest, most delicious grapes I've ever tasted. There was a knock on the front door. The son went over and opened up. In walked a short man in very dusty work clothes, his face tanned and lined by the sun and the wind. He could have been any age, between 50 and 90. The crotch of his trousers hung so low, most of the crack of his arse was on display. He didn't care. He got to the bar. The son poured a café solo and a shot of anise. He placed the 2 glasses in front of him. Not a word was spoken during this exchange. Habit made talking unnecessary. With a shaky hand, he reached for the chaser, lifted it to his mouth, paused a second, then threw it back. The hand replacing the glass on the counter was as solid as a rock. The café solo followed in a gulp. With a vigour that was absent when he came through the door, he hitched up his trousers, tipped back his cap, placed a coin or 2 on the counter, muttered, "Gracias." Breakfast done, he turned to leave a new man, ready to face a new day of hard graft. I'm not sure how, but a little later I was on my own. It was dark, and there was a light mist. I was walking through some very thick, tall grass, so tall I couldn't see above it, with only the headlamp for light. The path was only wide enough for one person, as it weaved its way through the grass for about 1 kilometre. It was an eerie 15 minutes. The only sound, my own footsteps and breathing. The only light, my torch reflecting in the mist and the grass. A parallel world. I had a terrific sense of isolation. After 15 minutes or so, the spell was abruptly broken by the light of a distant car shining through the grass.